Today we're going to be sharing some of the exciting news that's surrounding Floki Inu as a coin right now. Of course, that is the fundamental. And towards the end of the video, we're going to be looking at Floki chart. We're going to look at its short-term and its future momentum that it has as an asset and as a price point. So let's just jump right into the video. Today we're looking at Floki KuCoin Metaverse channel. Would like to hold an AMA with Floki if enough Floki Vikings want this to happen. And of course, we're going to need 1,000 yes votes from the Vikings. This is a Telegram channel right now. This post came out at 11:42 p.m. April 14, 2022. Now it's 3:30 a.m. on the 15th of April 2022. So within about 4 hours, we're going to see how many votes that it has received. Coming into the Telegram chat this belongs to right now. We'll check out the pin message and there we have it. Holding an AMA with Floki KuCoin Metaverse. And we need at least 1,000 votes there. It says please vote so that we can actually have Floki featured on the Metaverse AMA on KuCoin. The poll ends at 12 on April 16th UTC. We still got plenty of time to go. So we're gonna vote yes on proposal. Hold an AMA with Floki in the KuCoin Metaverse group. Pressing yes, there has already been 2,826 votes, guys. Within a few hours, we've already blasted out of the required 1,000 votes. That is really exciting to see. We are seeing a very, very highly engaged community here that obviously cares about the project and probably holds back from its nearest peak I top. But that's okay, because if you've been watching my channel, you've been taking a lot of profits and you have been making money, even though it's coming down on the price at the moment, because it doesn't just go straight down, it has some bounces on it, of course. So these are obviously super encouraging signs that we're seeing right now. Moving forward, we have this really exciting ad, some video thing that came out about 6 hours ago. I thought it was really funny and interesting. I think it's part of the $28,000 guerrilla marketing prize pool. And I don't know if this is not going to win it. I don't know what else will. So let's have a look.
I love the horns.
Lovely horns they are indeed. So I think this was, it sits in between like the A and the B grade. It's okay. I think it was very entertaining. Like it was short, sharp and sweet. It's very interesting. So let's see where this goes to. It's already on 13,000 views within 6 hours. So that's super encouraging to see. So let's move on to this interesting article. Sure, why not Doge? SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried explains how Twitter could be decentralized and monetized after Tesla CEO Elon Musk bid $43 billion to buy Twitter. Sam Bankman-Fried imagined what an on-chain version of Twitter could look like. Now, why do I care about Doge, right? Because Doge is obviously the father of dog-themed crypto. And obviously, just like Doge will have impacts over the rest of the dog realm market, right? So I'm talking about Shiba Inu, I'm talking about Floki Inu, I'm talking about Doge Elon Musk, maybe Akita Inu, those guys there. But obviously Floki is definitely in the top 3. Looking down in the article, there's some really, really interesting concepts here to unpack. And it's really important that you guys understand this because we are in for a very, very exciting year when it comes to dog-themed coins. Because this is not small, guys. We have one of the world's influential person who is going to be talking about these dog-related coins and has a pet named exactly the same name as the coin that we're talking about today. So FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried today hypothesized that decentralizing the social media platform could be good for its bottom line. Web3, of course, is decentralization of the internet. When Web 1 became Web 2, that's where we had the birth of Facebook and things like that. But to convert Twitter with its user base and its current network effect to be converted into Web3 based decentralized social media, that is going to be absolutely huge. And here are some ideas on how to actually make that happen. So let's keep reading. So decentralized Twitter would move all of the platform's data onto a public blockchain, leaving users to decide how they want to moderate their own communities and take the pressure off the company to decide what content warrants a ban. Okay. That's decentralization, reduction of censorship, okay? That's what we like. The former Twitter CEO, Jack Dorsey himself, he wanted to see Twitter become a decentralized platform and a standard for social media. In 2019, he appointed this really intelligent guy, the chief technology officer, to head up the project, but it didn't really come to fruition because he stepped down as a CEO in November. Now, Web3 companies have had their eye on building decentralized Web3 social media platforms. And of course, in February, the Lens protocol launched a Polygon-based blockchain. It'll take a long time for it to, create something out of nothing. But I think to convert an existing user base, such as Twitter, over to a Web3-based decentralized platform, I think would be a much better approach. Now, It is also extremely helpful that a lot of Twitter's audience is very much for crypto and decentralization, and a lot of content creators on Twitter also hunger for that decentralization so that they do not have so much censorship around what they're sharing. And of course, pretty much the owner of Twitter is now Elon Musk, who is heaps into crypto, right? So one of the interesting things that was raised by Sam Bankman-Fried was around 500 million tweets per day is coming onto the platform. Charging users just 1 cent per tweet will replace half of Twitter's revenue. That is a lot. And he also mentioned that, sure, why not Doge? Doge would be a great payment gateway to actually receive these funds. And he's of course referring to Dogecoin, the 11th largest cryptocurrency. And of course, it is Elon Musk's favorite crypto, right? He himself previously suggested Twitter Blue subscription could be payable by Doge, right? We've covered that literally in yesterday's video. And so here's a very interesting meme. Dogecoin standard is gonna, cover the global financial system. It kind of makes sense because Dogecoin has fast transaction speeds and it has low gas fees, and it is nowhere near as bad for the environment as Bitcoin is when it comes to mining Dogecoin as well, of course. So another hot bit of news right now is that Floki crypto fans bark for a Robinhood listing follow SHIB Inu's debut on Robinhood. And of course, you and I both know that Floki has seen some strong gains recently, although I hope you have taken profits because it's kind of on its way down right now. But unfortunately for the Floki Vikings, we didn't have our listing this time around, but that is okay because there's a lot of people that are wanting this listing to go on Robinhood, and it matters for us that it actually does go on Robinhood. Now they decided to add this really interesting part in this particular article where Floki attempted to be advertised across the United Kingdom, and it's really interesting to unpack actually what they've actually talked about there. So the ads played on the theme of missing out on the initial popcoin wave that had taken over the crypto market. It said, miss out on Doge, get Floki, the ads read. And that was deemed quite exploitative, kind of FOMO-like, and maybe that is true. But having said that, that sentiment right there, that miss Doge, get Floki, I think does unpack and crystallize the very fundamental understanding of, I guess, volatile asset, risky asset investment. The fact that Doge is a miss out and Floki is an opportunity predominantly derives from the size, right? The similar theme that they're both in, but also predominantly the size of each of these coins right now. So of course, looking at Dogecoin right now, it has $18 billion in market cap. Of course, if Dogecoin were to double in market cap, that'll put it on around $36 billion. And that is greater than XRP, guys. That is pretty big. Now,
just a quick reminder for everyone that this video is sponsored by ByBit, the world's best exchange for futures and also now spot. Make sure you check out their launchpad if you want to go for them DJing gains, because definitely there's a lot of opportunity for you to make money. All the things you learn on this channel, you want to be applying them and you want to be taking action. What better way to do that rather than to sign up on ByBit? Make sure you go check out the link in the description below because you're going to get some discounts on your trading fees too. I'll see you on the platform, and back to the vlog.
That means if you invested now into Dogecoin at 14 cents, you're going to see the price at 28 cents. And by that time, you would have seen 2x, which in cryptocurrency isn't particularly much. Now, compare that now with Floki Inu at $300 million in market cap, as you can see right now on screen. If that were to 10x, that would only sit it at $3 billion. It's still miles behind what Dogecoin is right now. So that being said, it has a very, very strong potential to actually get to the next level. If we were to see an expansion in the crypto market by way of a bull cycle through Bitcoin, whether that's going to happen this year or whether that's going to happen 4 years' time, we are going to see an extended gain from Floki Inu just from the fact that it is a smaller cryptocurrency. And by mathematical inference, that could only mean that Floki has a higher potential for growth, whilst it does have some risk associated with it due to its size being a lot smaller than Dogecoin. And of course, do your own research and take your own risks within the means of your affordability. So what UK regulators thought about this ad was that it was fundamentally exploitative, but you know what? They also maintained that the ads imply Floki would skyrocket its price comparing to the likes of Doge, which had done just that earlier in this year. So we are seeing some level of correlation. That is just sound technical theory that we're applying over these two asset classes. So there's definitely something to be looked at there. So why is it a big deal that we actually list on Robinhood? Well, Robinhood is a pretty big company. Increased to 81% in 22 million. And Robinhood official investor relations website, we're seeing that the net cumulative funded accounts actually increased 81% to 22 million as of December 31, 2021, compared to only 12.5 million as of December 31, 2020. Monthly active users have increased 48% to 17.3 million for December 2021 compared to only 11 million for December 2020. So assets under custody also increased by 56% to 98 billion as of December 2021 compared to only 63 billion as of December 31. So obviously it is very much increasing as well. And it was further reported that crypto is now driving half of Robinhood's revenue. A lot of people on Robinhood love to trade crypto. Crypto trading accounted for 52% of its main source of revenue, surpassing the majority, of course. As you can see from this graph, in April 2021 alone, crypto was already exceeding equities and other options as well. Revenue from cryptocurrencies soared 4,560% to 233 million in the second quarter, up from 5 million in the same period last year as well. This article obviously is an old one, but it does show signs of strong adoption in cryptocurrency from Robinhood as well, and it would definitely aid the fundamentals of cryptocurrencies that do list on it. And Shiba having listed on that coin, we have seen an increase on their price action, and that price action is visible from this chart over here that happened on the 12th of April 2022, a whopping 35% increase on Shiba Inu. I can only congratulate all the Shiba followers on this particular gain. If you did get in on the low there with the 4-hourly RSI dipping into the oversold region, which has been consistent not only for Floki, but it seems obviously for Shiba Inu as well. So Robinhood came out with this tweet, says, we listed SHIB. What would you like to comment now? Well, Floki is quick to the response right there. It's the people's currency with 400,000 holders, strong utility on NFT Metaverse game, crypto education, and DeFi. So that obviously is Valhalla, crypto education, Floki University, and DeFi. I think there's a staking there available as well. Partnerships with 8 football clubs and Formula One team, and an ongoing TV campaign in the United States and Turkey. So that is definitely exciting. I've given it a sneaky retweet and a like as well because, you know, I can't really help myself. Now, moving forward, there's something really interesting that I saw unrelated to Shiba, but I thought I'd share. I just want to share with you how much opportunity there is in the cryptocurrency market. Ethereum push notification services raises 10.1 million in Series A of financing. Guys, push notification is not a particularly advanced technology. When we do use EVM wallets such as MetaMask, yeah, I agree that there is some really terrible notifications. If someone pays you money, like why can't your phone just go ding and say, hey, listen, you've just been paid 10 BTCs, right? Well, Ethereum push notification does exactly that. So we're looking at some of the functionalities here. Users can receive pings regarding things like crypto price changes. Well, that's normal. Completed DeFi trades, expiring Ethereum name server subscriptions, NFT price fluctuations, or NFT bidding updates, for example. Very simple technology, but it being implemented onto the blockchain world, it is now facing a new valuation of $131 million as of January this year, which is super exciting. Now, without further ado, let's just jump straight into Floki Inu's chart. Now, we're going to be looking at the technical analysis to have a think about what would happen to the price action in the near, the midterm, and the later future as well. So let's have a look at the near term. In the previous video, I suggested that there is a rising, what is that shape there? Bearish rising wedge is what we've identified in our patterns. And so I've drawn this line and I predicted that line to occur. We did see a green candle potentially form, but we're actually exploring lower price regions already. So it looks like my prediction is going to be correct, at least for the first interim instance right now. There is a support at this level right here because of the previous consolidation and indecision. But based on some fundamental theories on technical analysis, I do expect the length of this move here to be replicated onto the other side of that wedge. And of course, the price action will test both of these price actions that are marked in the yellow horizontal lines there, which identify some of the support regions that we've seen previously, with a low that we found on the 24th of February, and of course another low that we found on the 14th of March. So I think those two price actions will be good price actions to enter into. And as a price action nears those two regions there, I will be keeping a close eye on the RSI that is nearing the oversold territory. And of course, in the past sort of many months that I've been covering Floki Inu, when the RSI does dip into the oversold, have been very good regions to make short-term profits on this particular cryptocurrency. Now, the long-term outlook is that we are looking at, I still have FOMO from my previous recording, so I'm gonna get rid of that. So over the long term, what we are looking at is a particularly bullish momentum, I think, even though we're in a bear cycle right now. The reason why we can remain bullish is that we're actually almost a 95% correction from the top that we have seen back in November 2021. That just simply means that we are grabbing this coin at its potential bottom. right? And if we were to go back to the previous top, then we'll be experiencing a 20x gain. So it is really, really important that we actually get into this cryptocurrency at the right time instead of the wrong time. I'd say the wrong time would be this time. And that'll be the time when everyone's saying that, Floki is going to go to the moon. And right now, a lot of people are saying that Floki is dead, or nothing's happening, or I've covered that in my previous video as well. But having said that, I think there is some really, really big, exciting gains to come in as well, and your bag would be a much worthwhile bag if you like. And there isn't much more room for Floki Inu to dip. So I think overall the future outlook for Floki is looking quite bright, especially when we do buy when there is blood on the streets. And of course, a lot of these strategies can be applied into different altcoins. So make sure you apply the knowledge that you gain from my channel onto exchanges and take action on your trades. Of course, only risk money that you can afford to lose. This, of course, is not financial advice. You have to do your own research and you have to make your own endeavors to make money. So make sure you go check out ByBit as a trading platform, because I think they present some really, really good options for you as a trader. Make sure you check out the link down below so you can fast track your trades at low fees every time you trade. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't done so, make sure you go like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.